interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Yes, it is indeed time for the ThinkSoJoE Show. I am in no way prepared for this show right now because my dumbass forgot to charge microphones before we came on the air. I realized like 20 minutes ago, I'm like, oh shit, I don't have charged up microphones. Luckily, I did charge the lav mics. Now this is all fucking tangled up under, my headphones are all tangled, hold on. Luckily, I charged the lav mics last week after the show. But I neglected to charge the shotgun mic. So we are indeed not ready today. So I'm wearing the lav mic, and I'm hoping in the song break I can wire this up, because I believe, I am not positive, but I believe if I plug in the shotgun mic, I don't need to have it charged, and then I can just leave it up on top of the camera and not worry about it and just use it next week, because that would be the smart thing to do if that's indeed the case. But here we are, hoping we have microphones to last us through the rest of the episode. So this is the one that we haven't been using all the time. So hopefully this one will last the 2 hours. You know, you should turn on the audio. Fuck you, Laura. I know it's working. I'm not here for your shit today. I know the audio's working. I can see it right there on my screen. It's going. I know it's working. You're just like, oh, he's having audio problems. I'm going to convince him there's no sound. It don't fucking work on me. I know there's sound. I can literally see it. I don't need to check. It's right there in front of my face. I know. Every week, it's the same thing. Oh, you have no audio. You have no sound. Scott's going to fire you. You're going to cancel the show. I'm not ready. Every single week with you, Laura. Every single week. And it's been that way since before this show even started. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not complaining. Trust me. But yes, I am well aware that the audio is in fact working. It's just a matter of if the audio is going to stay working through the rest of the show, because I forgot to charge microphones. Man, you know, Aklo shared a clip last week of the show, and all I could hear was just my heater going, which I can't hear right now with this microphone, so maybe we just got to switch back to these things, and which isn't going to work because they don't last 2 hours now, so I got to hit him up for a warranty thing, angry face. Who's angry face? My angry face or your angry face? Somebody's got an angry face. So, yeah, John on the way, as usual. Like, I'm listening to the intro, and it's like, with John, and I'm just like, not ready in his chair. Again. He'll be here. His chair is cleared off for him. He'll be here. So, yeah, your angry face, because I'm calling you out on your bullshit finally after all these years. Yeah, I cleared out the studio. I put away all my art supplies and everything because John's supposed to be here. Later though, he like I knew he was gonna be late. He's always late. But I will have an angry face once the Sabres start. Puck drops any second now, isn't it? I don't have it on in the studio. I didn't want to deal with that. because I don't have like traditional cable. So to watch the Sabres, I use my VPN to be like, oh, I'm in San Francisco, and then I watch it on ESPN Plus. And the last time I tried to do that, it was giving me so much shit. Like, it was like, oh, you're in Europe. No, I'm not. It was trying to kick me to espn.co.uk, and I'm like, that's not where I want to go. Put a pin in John's chair. I'm not doing that to John. I can't do that to John. He owes me money. He'll be mad if yeah. Anyway. But yeah, no, I did not I opted not to put the Sabres game on during the show today, because one, I didn't know how it was going to affect. Oh, yeah. No, I would have to mute the game. I could probably put the game on. I just don't want to. I don't know how that team is so damn good, but sucks so damn bad. Like, they're just terrible. Like, they just plain suck. I've seen teams suck before, but they are the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked, and they're not even in last place in the league, which is surprising. But, yeah. Somebody I know was trying to date somebody who knows somebody who is married to, like, this person told me it was the GM of the Sabres. I'm like, well, we want that guy fired, so yeah, maybe you should ruin this one. and then it was like, no, the assistant GM. Like, oh, that's fine then. As long as it ain't Kevin Adams, we're good. Yeah, no, I really, I don't have football to watch, like, I mean, now that I wasn't watching football, I don't have my team to watch. I feel like a Cleveland Browns fan. Shout out to my Uncle Joe in the chat. Anyway. I don't have my team to watch in the playoffs, so I've been watching everybody else's teams, and so like hockey's the one thing I got right now, and I'm not watching hockey because my team is like, they're so good, but they can't fucking win a game. Hey, my buddy used to play for your team, so I'm not just my buddy Gary Barnage used to play for the Browns for a little while there. So we were rooting for the Browns for a while. In fact, I think I still have the sound. I can't fucking read that screen. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah, I think this is it. Let me see. So when we were doing the wrestling podcast, we had Joe doesn't say anything to no. Anyway. So when we were doing the wrestling podcast, we got hooked up with this dude Gary Barnage, who was at the time a member of the Carolina Panthers, and he later signed with the Cleveland Browns, and we had him on the show right after he signed with Cleveland. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna make this dude hate his fucking life choices. Every time somebody says Cleveland Browns, I'm gonna play the first few notes of the theme song for the Cleveland show. And Brian happened to be on the show with us that week. And I told Brian that was the plan. And so every 5 seconds, Brian's like, he plays for who? The Cleveland Browns? Oh, the Cleveland Browns. And so it just killed the joke, like almost instantly. But I am willing to bet that anytime Gary Barnage thinks back on his career and his time with the Cleveland Browns, he hears that noise because of us. Because of Brian, specifically, because I'm like, I'm going to do this. And Brian's like, I'm going to take it and run with it. So, I don't think you got to worry about anybody muting wow, 1-0 Sabres already. So, it's 1-0. This is how the Sabres play. The Sabres are up 1-0. The Sabres are going to go up 2-0. The Sabres are going to lose 5-2. That's how every single game's been recently. I went and I saw them play Colorado, and they were up 4-0 in 10 minutes. There's 10 minutes left in the first period. They're up 4-0. They lost 5-4 in regulation. And then they did the same shit again against Colorado in Colorado. This team is ridiculous, man. They're so good. They just can't finish games. And it's baffling. Like, how do you have so much talent and you can't finish a game. You can't win. I don't know what to do. You know, like I'm supposed to, like, hockey's supposed to be my escape from reality when I'm not doing band stuff, but like that's not an escape from reality. That's just like, oh, this team sucks too. Like I'm not gonna watch. Do I want to even bother with all the shit I have to do to tune into a game? Because, like I said, I don't watch any. I don't watch. I don't have MSG, so I have to watch on ESPN Plus. So I have to use a VPN. Tokarski is in net for Carolina. What is the last fruit I ate? I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Probably like an apple. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've eaten fruit. POTUS XXX is in the chat. POTUS XXX has a show coming up in Ohio at some point. A member of POTUS XXX suggested, hey, you should come do live painting, except my style of painting doesn't lend itself to a live session. Are apples fruits? Yes, apples are fruits. Actually, I finally did a painting of Tom Green because everybody's like, "Oh, you should do Tom Green because the Bum Bum song you're doing TRL, you got to do the Bum Bum song." So I finally did a painting of Tom Green, so y'all can shut up now. It's done. It's been posted. It's painted with neon green paint that glows under a black light. So May 10th, POTUS XXX. I have an art show coming up before that. And I even though I know the date, I don't think I'm quite ready to reveal that yet because I have to promote yes, you're on the POTUS account. Yeah. I have an art show coming up. We're gonna do I'll go bald if I don't. Little late for that. Little late for that. Just a little bald. Just a little. Art show coming up in April. Gonna be DJing at this art show. Hey, there's Rosie. As Rosie. Going to be DJing at this art show, playing all the songs that you would have heard on Total Request Live during the 10 years that show existed, including probably the Bum Bum song by Tom Green. Actually, I should see if I can actually get that in my let's find out. Because I couldn't do it on what do you call it, on Instagram, because I've been posting like songs from all the artists that I'm doing the paintings of on Instagram with the paintings, and the Bum Bum song wasn't available. So let's see if it's available for me to use for DJing. Let's find out. It is totally. I'm totally playing the Bum Bum song at my art gallery. I get to. It's like I kind of have to justify having some of the gear I have. So, like, I've got my DJ equipment, and I've got all these speakers and all this other shit that goes along with it. So I need to do something with that. And also, I've been spending a lot of money on canvases and paints and all kinds of shit for art. So it's like I got to justify the art expenses. So now we do an art show, plus I'm DJing at it. So I'm showing off my art, trying to sell my art, playing the music. Is what a cat. I don't know where you're seeing a cat. Oh, there was a cat. I got over here. I can. It's a little delayed because I got the Facebook post still up, and I saw the cat. Very observant. Well, I was looking down in this corner over here and saw a cat. Which, if you were watching last week, you could hear my damn cat because she was in here screaming at the top of her lungs, just trying to get everybody's attention. Like, hey, pay attention to me. Yeah, there was a cat outside of the room. You are correct. That was a cat. I hope it was a cat. Yeah, there's a cat outside the room right now. You can't see her. The litter box is literally just off camera. You can see the water bowl. The water bowl is right here. Right here. There's the water bowl. Or is that the food dish? No, that's the water bowl. This room is weird. Like, if the door is closed, it gets super warm in here unless it's windy outside. Cat would be a better host. You know, you keep saying all this shit. Why don't you start your own podcast so I can go heckle you in your chat? You think you're so much? You think you can do better? I'm salty to Laura today. I don't know what it is. Having a good day. I don't know why I'm like being confrontational here. I'm having a genuinely good day. I finished that Tom Green painting. Have I eaten today? I've eaten today. I remembered to eat lunch. I forgot to eat breakfast, but I ate lunch. I was like sitting here like I'm gonna DoorDash, and then I'm like, God, if I don't want to DoorDash, and then the food I want is like $30. So I'm just, I don't know if I want to order. I don't know if I want to DoorDash. I ordered from I just really wanted a good burger the other day. Here come the barbecue jokes, by the way. I just really wanted a good burger the other day, so I went on DoorDash. I'm like, what's a good burger that's not like fast food and like that's local, that's not like Five Guys, you know? And I went on Five Guys, and it was like, oh man, my order's gonna be like $30 if I order from Five Guys. And then I was like, you know what? I really don't want to spend that kind of money. So then I found a local place here called Cluck Cluck Moo Moo, which is on Elmwood. And I've never eaten there before. So I was like, let me order from this place. And then my, when is the 2023? I'm sure it was in 2023. I don't know. Anyway. So I'm like, let me order from this place. And then it was like, oh shit, this shit's actually really fucking good, but it costs just as much as Five Guys. And now I'm just like, shit, I want to order from there again. But I want to like order a bottle of their sauce so that I can just have some of their sauce at home. Speaking of sauce, hey, March 24th, next Friday. No, excuse me, January 24th. I got March on the brain. January 24th, next Friday. We got added to a bill at Mohawk Place, one of the last shows that's happening there. Wrapping a cable, by the way, if anybody's wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, we're playing March 24th at Mohawk Place, one of the last shows that's happening there. And the funny thing is, I was on the phone with John, and I was about to tell John, like, hey, I was going to tell him, hey, we're playing this show on the 24th. And John was like, before I could even get the words out, John's like, yeah, Hush Hush got offered a show next Friday at Mohawk. I'm like, wait, dude, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, Yellow Sauce is playing that. Please tell me you guys are taking that show. Because I thought it would be hilarious, because it would be John's other band, my other band, and our guitar player Shane's other band playing 2 separate shows in 3 separate bands over the course of 2 days at the same venue. So it's like, that would be hilarious. Like, yes, please tell me you guys are taking it. And I got the lineup, and it was like, man, they didn't take it. Like, that's shit. That's shitty, man. I wish you guys would have taken it. I know your guitar player's out of town, but like, it would have been funny. I even told John, I'm like, I hope you guys play right before, I hope you guys play right after us, so then you can just build your drum kit around me while I'm sitting up reading the book. So, yeah, March, why do I keep saying March, man? January 24th, next Friday, Yellow Sauce, Bastard's also on that bill. A bunch of other bands, I don't know off the top of my head, I think Broken Locker's on there. a few other bands. Hearts Don't Lie maybe is one of them. I'm trying to picture the flyer right now. I don't have that pulled up because that's a problem for next week, Joe. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. What happened to John's cooking show? That is a great question. Honestly, we'll have to ask him when he gets here, because I have no idea why we haven't done it yet. I will say that, and this isn't a knock. This is just life gets in the way. I will say that a lot of the shit that we talk about doing doesn't come to fruition. So John doing the cooking show hasn't happened yet. We were going to do a cover album. That hasn't happened yet. We were going to do like all the shit that we were going to do just, never ends up happening. And it's not, it's not anybody's fault. It just, life gets in the way. So, these things may happen eventually still, but for right now, they're not. And I don't have an answer as to when John's cooking show is happening, if John's cooking show is happening. So we'll have to ask John when he gets here, if he even remembers about that. I think we even have like John cooking stuff in the shop here, don't we? Merch.ThinkSoJoE. I don't even know what's in the shop anymore. There it is. Working Class Tips, Bastard, Yellow Sauce, Broken Locker, Heart for Sale, and Robbery Club. Yeah, the one band that I don't know at all on that bill is Robbery Club. But like Working Class Tips, those are the homeboys. Of course, Bastard, Yellow Sauce, Broken Locker, we've played a bunch with last year. And Heart for Sale, I'm pretty sure we've played a couple of times on the show here. Black orange square with a black center outside the room. Black orange square. What is that orange square outside with a black center outside the room? Flyer for my birthday show from 2018, I think. I don't know. 2018, 2017 birthday show. So it was the alternate flyer that Scott had made, because apparently mine wasn't good enough. No, so when we first started doing all WNY events, and I was the event coordinator for all WNY, I would always do like flyers and everything, but Scott was dating a graphic artist at the time, and so he would also get like minimalist versions of the flyers made. Yes, FTMP is who's presenting the show. So Scott would get these minimalist flyers made, which were really nice, and they were really convenient to go like tape up in places. So like I have a picture of one somewhere where it was right across the street. We were doing a show at Good Bar, and I put a flyer up right on the pole, right in between the like push button across signs on the corner where Good Bar is. Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube comments don't show up on Facebook, but the Facebook comments will show up, I think, on YouTube. I think that's how this works. So Laura is commenting on YouTube while you're commenting on Facebook, and I don't know why the YouTube comments don't come up on Facebook. It's weird. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if there's a way I can fix that or what, but it is what it is. As long as they're all in front of me, I can read them. So I got them twice in front of me, and I can have them 3 times because I got them over here. I got them up there. I actually like set this up so that I can read the comments without looking away from the camera, and I still look over here to read the comments, and I don't know why. I was Laura says she's going to say bad things about Rosie. I can host with StreamYard. I'm doing I have a Restream account. So I'm doing Restream. Pretty sure the chat is through Restream. It might be through Streamlabs though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I have Like when I do the gaming stream, I have the chat on the screen. I think that's through Streamlabs, but over here is through Restream. And then I have the Restream like separate app over here that I can watch. But oh, she's gonna watch on both. Now she can read what you're saying, Laura. You should watch out. Rosie ain't somebody to fuck with. Yeah, do we have John cooking merch in the store? I pulled that up a few minutes ago. We have me cooking stuff in the store. Cause running fucking gag here. Rosie commented on a post earlier, and before I even like clicked on the notification saying Rosie commented on your post, I was already like, "Oh fuck you," you know. And then I opened the comment, and it's like, "What are you gonna do, a barbecue?" I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking knew that's exactly what the comment was gonna be." No, we don't have John cooking merch. We have me cooking merch though. We have. So there was like I occasionally get accounts pretending to be me, and they're trying to sell like bootleg t-shirts and shit. So which I don't know if you order those, if they show up or not, because I had a conversation with somebody. They're like, "Oh no, they'll send you the t-shirts." Like, are you sure? I don't think they'll send you the t-shirts. I think they just take your money and your info. Like, I don't think they send you shit. But so there was one, and it was a Santa Claus playing a guitar, and it was surrounded by, I think, amps or something. And Dewey, of course, changed it. So it was Santa surrounded by, yeah, they don't. I didn't think so. Somebody was arguing with me then. Oh no, they'll send you the shirt. Yeah, no, I guess, you know, we've made it, I guess. But yeah, so Dewey made modifications to this bootleg shirt, and he put it with a grill in front of the Santa Claus, and it says "Welcome to my barbecue." So I put my stage name on it and put it up in the in the merch store for the ThinkSoJoE merch store. So that's available. The bootleg barbecue unisex soft style t-shirt can be yours for $13. When am I getting my ears pierced? Look, I'm in my 40s and I have only had one piercing in my entire life, and I'm not getting any more. I will stick with tattoos, and for the time being, I can't afford those either. So I am not getting any more piercings. My kid's getting, my kid can get all the piercings. She's getting them all now. I've only had one. There's Rosie on YouTube. Now she can read what you're saying, Laura. Now you're in trouble. Yeah, my kid actually texted me when she got her latest piercing to be like, "Hey, can you tell me about this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can tell you all about that." So it wasn't even a piercing that I've had. It was just... What do you mean, them all? I had, no, I had my tongue pierced when I was like 20, 21, somewhere around there. I don't know. And then I haven't had it since I was like 22. So, and now, like, you know, there's piercings that I would want, but they're all like facial piercings. And I'm just like, I don't know if I could talk if I got that. And I can't not talk for a few days. Laura says she's off to Facebook. So yeah, no piercings theoretically in the future. You know, that's I don't plan on any more piercings. Tattoos, yes, maybe when I have money, but that might not be for a while either. So it is what it is. But I will be going to... I might not be going to this. It's tomorrow. I don't know if I want to go out on a Thursday. Love you too, Leedles. Cardboard Homestead, Heathens, and Grease Trap are playing tomorrow at 7 p.m. I don't know if I want to go to Milky's. I love Cardboard Homestead. I've gotten to hang with Ian a little bit for over the last couple of weeks, which is cool because I don't get to see him too super often. Inviso-John is back at it. Deleted my Facebook last week once the owner would get a tattoo of her grill. You guys. Anyway, Cardboard Homestead, Heathens, Grease Trap tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Milky's, 522 Elmwood Avenue. If I go to Milky's, I could go to Cluck Cluck Moo Moo and not pay delivery fees. I could get another burger. That burger was good. It was called the Moother Clucker. Anyway, Cardboard Homestead. It's $5 at the door, 21 plus tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Milky's. This is Cardboard Homestead. This song is called Sour Notes on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. That was Cardboard Homestead on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. Look, I fucked up the screen. Let's fix that. I'm trying to hook up another microphone because I'm dumb and didn't charge my microphones, and I don't think this is working. Let me see. Is it working? It's not. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I fucked something up. Dynamic, maybe? Let's try that. No, maybe. No. Nope. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I thought this microphone worked if you just plugged it in. And like, I guess not. So, yeah. Oh shit, no, you can't. That turned. All right. Great. I mean, how far can I get from John? Okay, that'll be fine. That'll actually be fine. I just maybe this isn't plugged in all the I have no I'm trying to get a microphone working here and shit is not working the way I planned. It could just be a bad cable too. I have no idea. or I probably have to turn the microphone on, and I have no idea. All I know is I forgot to charge the damn microphones, and here we are. I gotta use the lav mic. I'm hoping that it lasts the whole show. I think I gotta get a warranty repair on these things anyway, so I should probably reach out to Rode after the show and be like, yo, I don't think these are supposed to look like this. Cats might come in here though. They're a little bold sometimes. They will sometimes just be like, yo, we want to be on the show, and just walk right in. But yeah. Cardboard Homestead tomorrow night at Milky's on Elmwood. You can head out there. You'll be right in the middle of like Charlie the Butcher's is out there, and Jackrabbit's out there. There's all these great food places right over there you can check out. And I may go just for that particular reason. Just like, I was in the neighborhood, so I had to get food. I went out last Friday, and I was like, I wasn't really planning on going out last Friday. I knew there was like a banger of a show happening in Mohawk, like On the Cinder were on it, and a bunch of other bands. And I'm like, I love On the Cinder. Those are my homeboys. I thought they were in the middle of the show, so I'm like, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna see you guys, and I'm gonna go home. But then my other friend was like, oh, hey, I heard I heard there's a show at Mohawk tonight. Are you going? And I'm like, yeah, I suppose I'll go. Yeah, I wanted to go out anyway. I was going out that way, so I was like, screw it. I went to Hyatt's art supply store because I was looking for one thing in particular and couldn't get it. It wasn't available. They were out of it, which seems to be the case everywhere. And then I was like, screw it. I'll just catch the next bus back up, and I'll go to Revolver because I want to see about. We're getting physical media for this new release that's coming out March 15th. Now that I'm trying to say March, I'm saying other months. March 15th, Makeover CD release show at Nietzsche's for The Living Brain Dead. And I'm like, let me go talk to somebody about getting the album in the store. And they're like, yeah, I really don't know, man. You got to talk to Phil. I'm like, all right. So I shot Phil a friend request, and he never responded. So I'm in limbo on that, but there was one other place I wanted to go talk. But while I was at Revolver, I'm like, I can't buy vinyl because I'm going to be going to a show, and I'm not going to be going home first, and I don't want to be carrying this shit around, so I'm just going to go to the show, which is Gentleman of Age was the headliner. Holdout was on there, a couple of other bands. Of course, I was there mostly for On the Cinder because those are the homies. But I got to Revolver, and I'm like just browsing around because you can't just walk into the store and just walk up to the counter like, hey man, how do I put my record in the store? When you're a collector yourself, right? You have to kind of look around, and it's hard for me to leave empty-handed, and I didn't. And what I ended up getting was one of my favorite records of all time. Not I say records, I mean albums. And I already have it on vinyl, but I found this cassette. This is Hall & Oates, Big Bam Boom on cassette. And the reason I needed to get this, Joe needs grill mark tattoos on his butt. Anyway, you guys with this fucking barbecue. Anyway. So but I already have this on vinyl, so why the hell would I buy it on tape? It's because this, exclusively on the cassette, and it's probably on Spotify, so Hall and Oates, not Holland Oates. But specifically, this has the added on cassette only extended mix of Out of Touch, which I had when I was a kid. Very briefly, we bought it at the record store, and then we played it on the way home, and the cassette player ate the tape, so we brought it back, and I ended up getting the vinyl. And so now I've got Hall & Oates Big Bam Boom on cassette again, so I have that remix on physical media again, and I'm excited about it. I still haven't played it because I had the table in the way to do all my paintings and all that, so I haven't been able to physically reach my stereo. I have this idea that I tested last night. Meta glasses can live stream. Okay. I'm listening. I'm interested. Let's see what this is about. By the way, there's a show coming up this weekend, and I only know about one band that's playing across the entire 2 days, because only one band decided to do an event page. Oh, March. Okay. You have my attention. I'm interested. I think that's something we can do. We can. I don't know how the sound will be. I mean, the last time I played Nietzsche's, the sound was awesome on the stage, but I don't know, like, that loud of a volume going into the microphone on those. That might be cool. I'm very fascinated by that idea. I think we should shoot a video tomorrow while we're all together. I think we should get the 360 camera, put it right in the middle of the room, and play, like, just pantomime along with one of the songs from the album. Watch Nick look at random things while he's playing. Yeah, that'll be interesting. That would be interesting. I'd watch that if I were at home instead of on stage. Maybe I'll put my phone. I got the tablet holder. Maybe I'll put the tablet holder on the mic stand and put my phone on there and just watch your live stream while we're playing. I don't need to pay attention to the audience. I can watch that. I can watch. Actually, that'd be funny because I'd be paying attention to the audience, but through your eyes instead of mine. That would be that's kind of a fantastic idea. I'm here for it. Let's do it. I just like I said, I don't know how the sound will be with, like, the monitor right into the speaker on the microphone on the glasses, but that might be cool. That might be a cool thing to do. So there is a benefit for Mulligan's Brick Bar, which burned down in the past week or so here, and the event's taking place at Nietzsche's. The attendees are encouraged to share their memories and stories of the great times they've had at Brick Bar, which that's going from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. on the 17th and 18th. And the only band I know that's playing it is Not Normal, because they're the only ones that made an event page for it. I was looking for more information. I was looking for more bands. That might be something cool to do Friday and Saturday, by the way, 17th and 18th at Nietzsche's. It's a benefit for Mulligan's Brick Bar. All proceeds benefit the staff of Mulligan's Brick Bar. So go pay homage to Allen Street on Allen Street. And tickets are $20. I have no idea who's on this bill. None whatsoever. Hey, look who showed up for work. John is trying to handle business. You're not. I only have this mic on right now, so. All right. Okay. Well, they can't hear you either, so. I don't know. It will forever be spelled as knee cheese. Yeah, I've seen it written that way before. Here's the kicker: is because I've promoted events at Nietzsche's before, I've learned how to spell Nietzsche's. I can't do it off the top of my head, but if you put a keyboard, like if I type it, I can do that. Let's see if we get any information about this fundraiser here. Full lineup and more info to be determined. So no, that homeless guy was John. John's not homeless. He lives with his parents. Which is hilarious. Homeless guy Joe got no money. Yeah, no, you're right. I got no money. But I have a home. My lawyer thinks I should move back in with my parents, but I'm just like, dude, my rent is $500 a month. I ain't moving. Like, because once I get out of this situation I'm in, who knows what my rent's going to end up being if I did move out of here and move in with my parents. Plus, my parents have no room for me. My parents live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and like, I don't drive, so they'd have to drive me at least to get to a bus stop or something. And also, if I wanted, I couldn't just randomly be like, hey, I think I'm going to go to Tudor Lounge tonight and get an Uber home, because an Uber home would cost me $50 if I did that. So Yeah, no, I'm saving more money staying here than my lawyer thinks than my lawyer thinks I will if I move. But that's besides the point. Encore hour, dude, we don't have microphones that are charged. Like, I don't know if this microphone is going to last the rest of the show. And I was trying to set up a wired setup, and that didn't work out because I thought I didn't have to. I thought, like, this microphone, for whatever reason, I thought if I had it plugged in, it would power, but it doesn't. So, no, there's no way. I don't know if these microphones are going to last the whole fucking show because I'm a dumbass who forgot to charge microphones. John's is fully, the other microphone is fully charged, the one John's going to use. As soon as he's done with taking care of whatever business he's taking care of there. So he shows up for work and then he's on the phone. He's doing other work. I got yelled at for that once. My boss was like really fucking mad at me one night. Because I was sitting at work and I was done with all my work and I'm just sitting there like, got nothing else to do. My friend's band was looking for a logo, so I designed them a logo. I made like $20 off of it. And my boss was just like, oh, you're doing other people's work when you're supposed to be doing my work. And I'm just like, your work's done. Did I not do your work? Like, what else am I doing? Like, if I don't do it here, I'm just going to go home and fucking do it. So what's the difference? I might as well do it here when I got nothing else to do. At least I'm staying awake and not sleeping. Which I told him when he sold the place and was moving, and I went to his going away party. I told him, I said, when I used to work here, is this thing flashing? You see that? It's flashing. I don't know if that means it's dying already or what. So I told him, I said, you got the camera in the back pointed towards the front, and you got the camera in the front pointed towards the front. So I would just sit in the doorway behind the front camera with my back to the back camera, and I would just sleep in the door. I would just fucking crash out in the doorway. Maximo's doing bastard shit. I got you guys a discount on some fucking photos for the 24th. I wasn't even looking. I hadn't heard an encore hour new Max had entered the yeah. He's the one always asking. Said it was useless. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just yeah, she watches the show sometimes too. She might actually see that. So I think it's flashing because my beard isn't. No, it's literally it's flashing. That's yeah. I don't know. I hope this mic lasts the rest of the show. I'm about to go back to having the pod mics, man. Those things. I don't like. It's a podcast, right? So if you're tuning in, you kind of expect like to have microphones in the people's faces. That's the point. The Squire base. Yeah. I think when you tune into like a podcast, you kind of expect to see just a couple of dudes with like microphones right in their face. Just kind of, something like this, right? You know what I mean? Like this is what you expect when you here, get this. We'll get this nice audio. You got double audio now because you got here. We'll mute these. We'll mute these. Now you got the good audio. You got the SM7B. But you tune into a podcast and you half expect this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be dudes with microphones in their faces, and we kind of pride ourselves on not doing that because we have microphones that we can put off camera or put a clip on or whatever. And these microphones are starting to really fucking suck. And also me forgetting to fucking charge the overhead one I forgot to charge all the microphones, but luckily these ones were still charged from when I charged them last week, basically. But we might have to go back to this aesthetic where you've got microphones in our faces, which this mic is on John's side of the desk, but this is a $400 microphone, and I am not letting John touch this microphone.
because it's John. But, the point being, I don't got to worry about charging these, so we might have to throw the pod mics back on the desk and do those. I'd have to get maybe a couple of nice little metal pop filters. So, when we say plosives, like to steal a line from Tom Buck on YouTube, Peter Piper pitched a podcast. We can prevent those plosives. Microphone in front of Joe's face, please, is what Laura wants, of course. But we kind of pride ourselves on not having these. But this sounds amazing, doesn't it? This sounds way better. This is an SM7B. This is the standard in podcasting and recording and all kinds of everything. And I only own one, so it would look weird if one of us is using one microphone and the other one's using a different microphone. So I'm going to have to get the pod mics out if we decide to not run with the wirelesses anymore. But I'm going to try and get the wirelesses fixed because that's really bugging me that the wirelesses are not working. Oh, it's not that they're not working. We're going to get this out of here. It's not that they're not working. It's that the batteries are really shitty and they are like split. Like there's a big gap in between the plastic pieces here. So I'm hoping that I can reach out to Rode and be like, yo, warranty, please. And they go, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll replace those, even though like I think huge part of the reason is because I'm using an off-brand fucking charger for them. So, Laura, I am fucking handsome. You can shut the fuck up. I don't have a lot going for me, but I am damn handsome. Look, I got. What? I can't hear you. No, because I forgot to charge the microphone, so I'm on the lav mics. He's still on the phone. It's bad. Okay, apparently I don't know what's going on. I will probably find out during a song break. It's nobody's business but John's, really. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I am damn handsome, so I don't think you want to cover up this face. I don't have a lot going for me, all right? I don't have money. I'm not handsome. I didn't say I was Hanson. I said I was handsome. I need to paint a painting of Hanson, like, quick, because Karina's pretty mad that I did an Avril Lavigne painting. She's not. She's really not. But I warned her ahead of time. I'm like, I'm doing it. You're going to hate this painting. She said, what are you painting? I said, Avril Lavigne. And she goes, oh. And then she reacted when I posted it. Which that Avril Lavigne painting is actually pretty cool because it glows in black light. The pink on that painting glows in black light. And the Tom Green painting I did this morning glows in black light. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to get like clear paint that will do that'll glow under black light. And just I don't want to keep ordering Instacart from the same place every day. Like, oh shit, I need this today. I'm gonna buy this today. I'm gonna buy glow in the dark paint today. Do I need anything else? No. Okay, all I need is this paint, and then I order the paint, and then the next day I'm like, shit, I should have bought this, like, which has been a regular occurrence. So I was actually putting all my expenses into this app today, and like every single one of them is from the craft store. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, no, well, I bought canvases last week, and then I bought paint pens, and then I bought an easel, and I bought all this other shit, like, so, business expenses. So it's not like I'm spending money to spend money. I'm spending money to make money. And, I mean, so I've been joking, with people lately about the fact that I am doing these paintings and have sold like 5 of these paintings and am doing like have an art gallery booked. And I keep joking like I should text my ex-wife who is an artist, a phenomenal artist. I say this, I say this all the time. She's an amazingly talented artist. She doesn't think so. So she gets in her own way, and she doesn't do shit like sell paintings and do art galleries and stuff like that. She gets in her own way, and which sucks. It really does. So I'm joking with everybody. I'm like, I should text my ex-wife and be like, hey, I've been painting for like a month. Yeah, I've already sold like 5 pieces and have a gallery booked. It's pretty easy. But but also like, I sent a picture to my kid today saying, because I was joking, like, it's like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer becomes an artist, like just accidentally falls into being an artist. And he's like, it's like Marge's dream come true for me. Isn't that great, Marge? For me. So that's kind of how I feel right now. Like like my ex-wife is a hell of a fucking artist, but she doesn't see it, and she gets in her own way, and she doesn't do this shit. So me, I'm just like, yeah, my art's okay. The paintings look like who they're supposed to look like. So yeah, I think I'll just put them up on Facebook, see if anybody wants to buy them, and do commissions. And I didn't reach out to the venue to book this art gallery. They reached out to me, which I think is just super cool, because I was going to reach out to them anyway, and they were like, hey, you thinking of doing a gallery? I'm like, yeah, actually. So actually, after I bought the Hall & Oates tape, I took the next bus up to Allen Street, and I went to Timeless Babes, and I talked to Becca because I wanted to talk about getting our stuff, getting our albums in the stores, getting the record in the store. And also because she was the one that pitched, hey, do you want to do a art gallery here? And I'm like, yeah, let's do the art gallery. And so I went there with the intent to pitch putting the album in the store and doing the art gallery. And she said, as soon as I walked in, she's like, oh, you're here to talk about your gallery. I'm like, that's partly why I'm here. Yes. So it's Howl & Oates. It's one guy. It is one guy now because they've split, except they're touring separately. So at least Oates is touring. I don't know what Daryl's doing. Daryl's still doing live at Daryl's house or something. I don't know, but Howl & Oates. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's my one regret of like a show I never went to see was Howl & Oates. Like, I've seen most of the bands I've wanted to see over the years. I obviously don't, I never got to see like Nirvana or anything, you know what I mean? But like, I got to see a lot of the bands I really liked over the years with original singers in most of the cases before original singers died. Like Drowning Pool I saw at WrestleMania. So I can technically say I saw them with Dave. And like Static X I've seen a bunch of times. I saw Stone Temple Pilots before Scott died. I saw Linkin Park before Chester died. I saw so I've gotten to see a lot of the bands that I really like and really wanted to see, but I've never gotten to see Hall & Oates because just shit has not worked out for me to see them. I wouldn't want to see Elvis. I do want to watch the 78 comeback special though, because I watched a documentary on the 78 comeback special and it looked like, I'm like, oh, that looks really cool. And I told my mom about it. And my mom says, oh, the 78 comeback special is so good. And it's like, I just don't want to spend the money on it. It's like, you can rent it or you can buy it or whatever. And I'm just like, but it's not available for just streaming. And I'm like, I kind of want to watch it, but I also like, I don't know if I want to spend the money to actually buy it. But no, I have no regrets about not seeing Elvis or not seeing the Beatles. Like that shit they were all gone before I was here, I mean, to be fair, 3 of the Beatles were still alive when I was born, but like, it's not like they were touring together as the Beatles, I don't, it's nothing I could have seen. Like Nirvana, I guess technically I could have seen, but like, I have no regrets about not seeing them because I feel, and I might anger some people by saying this, but I feel like as good as they are, and I do love Nirvana, as good as they were, I think if Kurt didn't die, I don't think we're talking about them in the same with the same reverence that we talk about them today. Like, yeah, they changed the music landscape, but look what happened to grunge after that. Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, all those Alice in Chains, like those bands are still, you know, and I know obviously like Lane Staley's dead and Chris Cornell's dead, and you know we can't, you know, we don't, you know, we you know, there's reasons why these bands kind of went away, but like they're not as big as they were. And I think that would have happened with Nirvana too if Kurt didn't pass. So, you know, and that again is not a knock on Nirvana. That's not saying they weren't good, and that's not saying that they didn't come around and change the entire landscape of rock music in the 90s, but don't blaspheme Pearl Jam. I'm just saying, I don't think they're as big now as they were in 1994. I don't think these grunge bands are you know, I think, you know, Pearl Jam was like here in 94 and they're like here now. You're going to come at me anyway. I'm just saying, I think they would have faded with the grunge movement. I agree. It made it. Yeah. I just, yeah, I feel like ain't nobody want to hear about Eddie. I'm not here to debate whether Pearl Jam is a good band or not. I have my opinion on that, and it is very, you know, people will get mad at me over it, but you know, it is what it is. Shit, we'll talk about it when we come back. I think maybe, I don't know. Depends on if John's. You just saw Pearl Jam a few months. So I will say this: I have not seen Pearl Jam. I would not say no if somebody said, "Hey, do you want to go see Pearl Jam?" They're not my favorite band in the world. I have my reasons for that. But, like, I would totally go see Pearl Jam. But, again, I don't think I think, like, a lot of the people that are still listening to Pearl Jam are the people that were listening to Pearl Jam 20 and 30 years ago. But check out Eddie Vedder and Johnny Marr doing There Is a Light That Never Goes Out live. So, I'm going to talk about Eddie Vedder when we come back, because I have my reasons why I don't like... They played the same stage they played their first show on. How many? Anyway, we got to talk about music. We got to talk about a show coming up this weekend, which is tomorrow, Friday night, rather. I almost said tomorrow because the band name is set for tomorrow. They're playing at the Photo City Music Hall in Rochester, New York, where Rosie and I both shared a stage one night. Specifically, she shared a stage with my drummer's drum kit because that was on the stage the whole time, and Green Jello used it. Anyway, set for tomorrow, and Take the Name in Rochester, New York at Photo City Music Hall, along with An Easy Death, Tim the Truth, and Misery Falls, Friday, January 17th in Rochester, New York. Doors open at 6 p.m., ages 18 plus at Photo City Music Hall, 583 Atlantic Avenue in Rochester. Get your tickets at photocitymusichall.com. And those are running from $19.75 to $25.07. That's the prices with fees, I'm sure. And this is An Easy Death. Oh, shit, I got the wrong band up. Hold on. I think I'm talking about the wrong show. Well, we're going to play this show, and then we'll talk about the other show that I was going to talk about. Hold on. I fucked up. All right, this is An Easy Death. And this song is called 988 It's Too Late on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
Open a drawer, grab a knife, commit this sin, let these fucking kids begin. I will make you
and Easy Death, the song called 988, It's Too Late. Catch them at Photo City Music Hall in Rochester on Friday night. Turned out I accidentally closed the page for the other show that I was supposed to talk about right there, so we're going to talk about it in the next segment because we're not there. So we were talking about Eddie Vedder before the break. John's still taking care of some business right now, so you might not see him on the show. I don't know, shit's happening, but yeah, anyway, so Eddie Vedder, John is an hour late. Yes, John is over an hour late. John's here. He's got some other shit to take care of, and he told me what it was during the break, so we're going to let him just do his thing. Yeah, anyway. So we were talking about Pearl Jam before the show, before the break, and like why, again, I would go see Pearl Jam if somebody was like, let's go. I can't tell you that Black isn't one of the most beautiful songs ever. No, I can't. And that's one of the songs I like. I like the slower Pearl Jam. Second, there it is. Hey, other mic died. I knew that was flashing for a reason. Okay, I got to get something. I got to do something about these mics. There's something wrong for sure. I'm gonna plug that in so John will have one when he gets here, I guess. But he is not. No, Laura, he's dealing with some other shit. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, I know audio. You don't have to. I can see it. It is right here on my screen. It's right there. I see the audio levels. I also hear it in my headphones. I know. Anyway, John's taking care of some business. He'll possibly be here, but I don't. I don't. Like, I know what's going on. I just, yeah. Anyway. So, no, but yeah, let's talk, yeah, I like the slower Pearl Jam stuff. And the reason is because Eddie Vedder can actually fucking sing. But when he does the heavier stuff, he does that whole, like, singing through his throat thing. Yeah, that. Anyway, he does that whole singing through his throat thing. So, like, and I always use Even Flow as an example, even though I actually do like that song. But like, Eddie Vedder can absolutely sing. He's a hell of a fucking vocalist. But then he does shit like, sings in my throat. And I hate that. It bugs me. It bugs me because I wish I could sing. And I can't sing. And I got this guy who can sing, and he's choosing to do. So that's my problem with Pearl Jam. That's why, I don't consider myself a fan. I do own 10 on vinyl. It's just, it bugs me. And it's always bugged me. And it will continue to bug me. But I would absolutely, if somebody said, hey, here's a ticket to go see Pearl Jam, like, fuck, let's go. But again, if we're talking about levels of popularity from like 1994 to now, like I don't feel like, I don't feel like they're on that same level. Like, they still have all those fans they had back then, and that's awesome. But, like, how many people are coming around now? Like, how many kids are just like, hey, who's a really good band? Is Pearl Jam. Hey, did you hear that new Pearl Jam record? I'm sure it was a great show. I'm sure it was. I just don't see the growth there for grunge bands, which is why I was saying I don't think, I think if, like, Kurt didn't die, we'd probably not see Nirvana in that same reverence that we see them in. So, that's just my opinion. It was your ex-husband's divorce celebration. He was the Pearl Jam show. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't get nothing for my divorce. Divorce is just papers. I mean, I got rid of problems. Not to say that. So, look, I'm being nice to my ex-wives today. I did. They're both. My first ex-wife did a great job raising my kid, who turned out to be exactly like me. I don't understand how that happened, but my kid is me. And my second ex-wife, I was saying earlier, she's a heck of an artist, and I don't know why the hell she's so down on herself about her art and doesn't fucking do shit like what I'm doing, like selling fucking art, and Jill doesn't like Nirvana. That's fine. You know, you didn't get a piece of paper with your divorce? Yeah, I got one of those. With my first divorce, I actually have a piece of paper from the TV show Divorce Court, and there's shit spelled wrong in it. And I don't know where that is offhand, but it's somewhere. And I don't know where off the top of my head, but there's somewhere in this house there is a piece of paper from Divorce Court, and shit is spelled wrong in it. Jill missed the whole convo about the grunge bands. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned like Hall & Oates being the one band that I hadn't seen that I really regret having not seen, since it's quite possible they're never going to tour together again. Or maybe they will, who knows? And then I said, like, you know, I don't regret, you know, it's not like I could have seen Nirvana, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they came here when they were popular, and, you know, so I don't regret not seeing any bands that I can't see. I've seen all the bands, you know, most of the bands that I really like, and, you know, in some cases I've seen them 13 times. But my outlook was like, if Kurt were still here, grunge would not be, and particularly Nirvana would not be seen, it would not be as revered as they are today. I stand by that, and that's not to say that Nirvana was a bad band. I absolutely love Nirvana. I got all their albums. Like, I gotta tell you something funny though. I'm sitting here the other day, and just out of the blue, one of my friends shoots me a message on Facebook, and they're like, "Hey, if you feel like prank calling somebody, here's Courtney Love's latest known phone number." Like, like, of course this person would have recent phone numbers of Courtney Love. She's like, "I got addresses too, but I think she's living in Europe now, so I don't think they're valid addresses anymore." Like, why do you have this information? But if anybody was going to have that information, it's the person who messaged me out of the blue telling me I should prank call Courtney Love. Did I get to see B-52s? No, nor did I want to. I like the B-52s. I know like 2 songs by them. Why, you know, that's not something I'm going to regret not going to. One band I really want to see, and I have technically seen them because they played CM Punk to the ring at one of the WrestleManias I went to, is Living Colour. And I had tickets to go see Living Colour, and then the show got postponed and eventually canceled. Like, when it got postponed, they're like, "Oh, do you want to get a refund?" I'm like, "No, I want to see the fucking band." And then they came with somebody else, unbeknownst to me, or else I would have gone to that show. And then after that show where they came back with somebody else, the venue was like, "Oh, the show's straight up canceled. Here's your money back." Like, damn it, I really wanted to see Living Colour. Like, that kind of sucks. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I've been to so many damn shows over the punk. You're calling me a punk because of what I said about Eddie Vedder. Anyway, I mean, again, I like the slow stuff. I just don't like, you know, I don't like that he sings the way he does when he can sing better than that, you know? And I don't get, you know, no? Oh, CM Punk. Okay, yeah, I just mentioned CM Punk. That's right. I don't pay attention to what I say. So, one of my clients knew I was a huge CM Punk fan. And when he got his, I think it was when he got his silver play button or something, he asked me for my address, and he sent me an autographed CM Punk MMA card. In fact, I'll grab it. I'll show you. It's up on the shelf here. I can see it. It's right behind the CM Punk action figure, actually. One of the many CM Punk action figures, but this is, what's the grade on this? Should be a grade. It's PSA graded, but I don't see a grade. It just says it's authentic, PSA, DNA certified, trading card, CM Punk, authentic auto. And then there's a number on it. This is an authentic archival autograph card of CM Punk from 2016 Topps UFC. So my client sent me this, I don't know how well that's going to, there you go. Sent me this autographed CM Punk UFC card, autographed and graded. And that was his gift to me for hitting, I think it was his silver play button. I don't know. I have to send you the photo I didn't send Max the other day. Yeah. No, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, so I've got like a bunch of action figures. I got a bunch of t-shirts and like, well, I don't have a microphone for you. Hold on, we're gonna try something, okay? We're gonna try something. Because I forgot to charge microphones, and then the one that I was using died. Is this okay? Let's try this. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off now. Okay, there we go. All right, we have audio. I don't know how long we have audio, but we have audio. We'll talk about your situation in the song break, but anyway.
Not good. Not good.
It doesn't sound, from what you told me, it doesn't sound good.
Not
Anyway.
good.
So Rosie's going to send me a picture of her with a wrestler that Max never heard of.
I don't like wrestling.
Max doesn't like wrestling.
Wow, I'm loud.
Yeah, oh, jeez, again? I don't know how your fucking headphones just keep getting
Holy
louder all the
shit.
time. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay, anyway. Because we're not redlining. I mean, we're redlining, just not badly. So John calls me up yesterday and he goes, yeah, I was listening to the radio and I heard this song I never heard before and it was Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and he thought he was going to stump me. I'm like, Natural Born Killers? He says, yeah, Natural Born Killers. Like, yeah, dude, you've never heard that song before?
No.
Like, you watch wrestling? You didn't? You
I didn't watch ECW.
Yeah, that was all like the ECW.
I had to pick like one wrestling show and it was WWE. What is wrestling? It's
I don't know why that's not popping up in my browser, but Rosie sent me pictures here.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Let's see. Rosie reacted to my. It's showing me messages from last week. Hold on,
I'm
let's
still
see.
trying to comprehend everything right now.
Oh Jesus! It's Chris Jericho.
I know what he is. He's an asshole.
Chris Jericho a couple of years ago, I'd be like, yo, that's fucking awesome. And Chris Jericho now, it's like, it's Chris Jericho.
You can't. Yeah, there's nothing to be talked about.
I don't know. So I bought the album Judas.
Did you?
I have it on vinyl. And
Oh.
like right after I bought it was when Jericho like donated a shit ton of money to the Trump campaign and then was like, oh, I'm not a political person. And then his wife like invaded the Capitol on January 6th. Like, yeah, okay, you're not. Yeah.
Chris Jericho looks homeless now.
That's
He does.
what Laura says, yeah.
He does.
Oh man. Chris Jericho was the shit, and now it's just like, oh fuck, it's Chris Jericho. Like, I saw the picture, I'm like, it's Chris Jericho. Like,
He's old and
I'm not even excited about that now. Like,
he's old and fat,
yeah, I don't know.
and he looks homeless.
I almost interviewed Chris Jericho. Almost. That was interesting. So I got this like badass Chris Jericho figure. Actually, it might be in the shot. No, where the fuck is it? Is it not up there? Apparently, it's not on the shelf anymore. It was on the shelf. I got this badass Chris Jericho figure. It was like this Fatal 4-Way series. No. Yeah, it was the Fatal 4-Way series. So it was Jakks Pacific, and it was like they were doing the real scan heads on all the action figures, right?
Yeah.
So the figures would look like just like the person usually.
Yeah.
So they did a few figures that were real scanned head to toe, and there was Jeff Hardy, Lita, Edge, Chris Jericho, Bubba Ray Dudley was one of them. There was a few others. Stone Cold and The Rock, I think, were some of the, and I had all of them at one point. I only have a few of them now. But I have the Chris Jericho figure, and he's wearing the fucking the blue Y2J jersey, and he's like got the pose, right?
Yeah.
So when we were setting up for this interview, I put him right in front of my computer monitor. So we had the Board Wrestling Fan logo on the monitor, and we had Jericho doing the pose, and we used that for the advertisement for this interview. That never ended up happening, because what happened was Jericho was in Europe, and we were like, we can wait till he comes back to the States. Us at Board Wrestling Fan, we're like, we can wait till he comes back to the States. And Cassidy, who was running cheapheat.com at the time, now he's running bodyslam.net. So he was like, no, let's do it now. So we got a hold of Jericho in Europe, and he's like calling us out, like, you guys don't sound European. Like, no, we're fucking American. Like, he's like, why don't we just do this when I come back home next week? Like, okay, cool. And we got to ask him like one question before the fucking Skype just cut off. And so we were going to reschedule for next week. Well, his publicist ghosts Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, why? Like, what's going on here? Like, why would she just ghost you like that? Well, so this interview was supposed to happen in December. What's coming up in January? Why a publicist for a pro wrestler would ghost us? Oh, hey, he's probably going to be in the Royal Rumble. Jericho wrote in his book, nobody knew he was coming back in that Royal Rumble. We fucking did. We fucking knew.
Oh, the surprise. Like, it was like...
So he was the surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
like
but
we
it was
knew.
like the beginning of the match. So he came out second or first.
Yeah, well, he put in his book, oh, nobody knew I was coming out of the Royal Rumble. Like, yeah, we fucking kind of knew when your publicist ghosted us when we were trying to do an interview with you.
Yeah.
Like, why would she do that? Oh, because you're back in WWE, that's why. So Laura says, Doink the Clown interview is John's favorite one. Rest in peace, Matt Bourne, and rest in peace, Black Bart, who passed away over the past week, and he was he was on the tribute episode of Doink the Clown.
There's a lot of people that play Doink though. Matt Bourne.
Well,
Matt Bourne was the main.
Specifically, Matt Bourne.
Matt Bourne, and there was the Brooklyn Brawler.
Right. There was a bunch of people that played Doink, but specifically referencing Matt Osborne, who we did an interview with, and
he was good.
Yeah, so he was the best Doink, man, and like, because he was the one that brought that character to life, and when he was like, heel Doink was badass. And then Rosie says, Medusa is my homegirl. If you're old enough to remember her, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
So I was talking to you the other day because Jill was like, hey, here's an idea for something I want you to paint for me for my kitchen. And I was like, yeah, Jill wanted me to do a painting of Medusa, and I had to clarify to you that I meant the mythical figure Medusa and not the professional wrestler Medusa.
Oh. Yeah. Bunch of blades.
But Rosie says she's worked with Jericho's side band a bunch. Yeah. I don't know, man. Jericho was like cool as shit up until like he started fucking donating to Trump and fucking like, I'm cool. Like, it's fine if you fucking support the dude and you want to donate to him and whatever, but like, don't just then turn around and be like, I'm not a political person, when you donated like $10,000 fucking dollars to his campaign, right? Mm-hmm. Like that was the thing with like The Undertaker and Hulk Hogan last week, right? Because everybody was cheering The Undertaker but booing Hulk Hogan, and Hogan's like, oh, it's because I support Trump. Like, no, The Undertaker fucking supports Trump, and we're cheering him because, like, yeah, we may disagree with that choice, but at least he's not a fucking open racist like Hulk Hogan is, you know? Like,
oh yeah,
like that's why Hogan's getting booed. It ain't nothing to do with him being a Trump supporter.
He made Dom look like a face.
Yeah. Rosie says, yes, Alundra Blaze. Love her. We tear Nashville up together. Nice. Laura says she's off to work, John. She hopes your issue is sorted soon. And she hopes I gain some issues. I have enough issues. Thank you.
Oh, I got a big issue right now.
Yeah.
And
sounds like it.
I don't know. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, yep. I can hear the heater again. It's because this mic's on now. I gotta throw a better noise gate on there. That's the problem. That was Aklo posted that video last week of us talking about his song.
Yeah.
And that's all I could hear was the fucking heater behind us. Like, oh shit, you can hear my heaters on.
I seen he posted on TikTok.
Well, TikTok's going away, isn't it?
Apparently.
Max says, John, just remember you're still sexy. Jill's back for a second. We were just talking about the painting I'm going to do for you eventually. Mostly because I was clarifying to John that
What's up? I'm back.
The Medusa that I'm painting for you is not the Medusa that Rosie is talking about in the chat. Completely different Medusa.
Yeah.
Spelled differently too. She actually said that her name is spelled MADUSA because it's Mad USA.
What is?
Like, because she picked that name when she went to Japan, yeah.
You have a lot of guitar strings.
Yeah, I got to hit Guitar Center and recycle those. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Steph.
Taylor's still in the other room. I forgot to get out today. Actually, I got caught up in other shit. I was like trying to figure out how to get to a post office and get that out to you and then go do other stuff. And then by the time I was like, oh, I can go now, it's like, oh shit, I got to get ready for the podcast. So there's Rosie with Medusa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It took him a minute to realize what I was trying
That's
to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's her with Medusa. They hang
She's
out.
Badass.
They hang out all the time, apparently.
Her and China were badass.
I must hate you. I don't hate you anyway.
Oh, Jericho, huh?
Yeah, and then the pictures with Jericho. I don't mean to shit on Jericho, but I got my reasons to not like Jericho. So yeah. But he's got to tell me what's going on the song break. He'll call you after the show. Anyway, we got to go to a song break now anyway, so let's do that. We're going to play the song that I was going to play at the last song break, but then I accidentally clicked off the webpage and didn't have the information in front of me. So we're going to talk about this now. This is Friday at Mohawk Place, Damages. FTMP, After Dark. This is After Dark presents Damages with special guests The Queen Guillotined, Metal Anguish, and Hook. And speakerphone, that's a good idea. Well, we'll have 3 minutes and 47 seconds in the song break, so get that number dialed and ready to go, so we can do this in 3 minutes. And anyway, Damages, the Queen Guillotine, Metal Anguish, Hook, 7 p.m. doors, 18 plus with ID, 16 plus with parent and ID, or 21 plus legal guardian at Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street in Buffalo, New York. One of the last times you get to go there. This Friday at 7 p.m. This is Damages, and this song is called Heretical Onslaught. Man, I can't. It's because the light's on. I can't see that. Anyway, here's Damages on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
Flash,
Okay, that was Damages on All WNY. Think So Joe Show. Had to rush John off the phone there. Sorry.
I had a song called Damage. Damages, but it was called Damage.
Yeah, well, that band is called Damages.
That band's called Damages.
And that song was called Heretical Onslaught. And they're playing Friday at Mohawk Place.
Man, it would have been... I'm gonna miss Mohawk.
Yeah, but, you know, you can come out next Friday night and see Yellow Sauce play one last.
Now I gotta find a new spot for me to win from. Punk rock.
We're working on it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna reach out tonight and we're gonna try and book something. So
I gotta keep my championship here.
Yeah.
My reputation.
So I did try to. I did reach out and tried to find out if we're doing a punk rock prom, and I was told I don't know what's going on. So I was like, I'm just gonna take the reins, and we're gonna. If you want to participate, go ahead. So yeah, I'm gonna. Which is why I was in the group chat yesterday. Like, hey, you guys got any blackout dates in June so I can make sure that I can book this and we're going to be able to do it. So we're gonna do it. So I got to reach out tonight probably and see if we can get into a venue and get this punk rock prom going. So you can defend your crown next year.
I have no minds I'm gonna win. But...
And the kicker is, like, with me handling all of the business end of this.
Joe knows what's best for business.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Oh, you're just gonna hand it to you?
I'm. If you would shut up for a second, I can say what I was gonna say, which is that if I'm handling the business end of the punk rock prom, that means I am not eligible to go against you and try to take that crown from you, because it would not be fair that me being the person in charge has the say over who the fuck's gonna be.
I know.
So yes, absolutely. If I am handling everything, unless I get like a committee or something, like some judges or something, which maybe I'll do. But at this point, with my plans in my head, I am not going to be eligible to win Best Dressed. So you do not have to worry about competition from me. Unless I do opt to say, hey, I should get some judges.
You could get some judges.
I could get some judges.
It can make it interesting.
I could get some judges. I don't know if I can, it's probably, I'd have to find volunteers, because there's no way I'm gonna, here's the thing, is like, Punk Rock Prom last year was, took a financial toll on my business partner in my events organization. So that is why when I reached out and said, hey, are we doing this year? And they said, I don't know. It's like, oh, I get it. I got this. Let me handle this. So, and again, I told them, you choose your level of involvement here. I'm going to book something. And if you want to be involved, cool. If you're not feeling it, I'm gonna make you,
Yeah.
So, that's what it is, man. We're gonna probably be doing a punk rock prom this year. So, you guys can all fight over who's gonna be best dressed, and I am probably not gonna be a part of that, because it's gonna be all me running the shit this year, instead of having to, having to be like, having somebody else to defer to. So. Not that I'm not gonna show up looking my best. Just I'm not gonna be eligible, I don't think, to participate. So.
Like that on.
Yeah, I would put that down for the rest of the show and just kind of come back to it later.
Yeah.
Given what you got going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that message alone.
Yeah, that's you might want to pay attention to that a little later and not really focus on that right now. I'm hoping this microphone lasts the rest of the damn show.
What happened?
I forgot to charge that particular microphone. 1. 2, I used the number 2 microphone out of this set, and it died halfway through the show, which it shouldn't do. it was fully charged. So I don't know what the hell's happening. I'm going to have to reach out to Rode and be like, yo, something's wrong with my microphones. See if I could get some warranty coverage. Also, we're missing the Sabres game right now. They started at 6 o'clock. That's a weird time to start a hockey game on a Wednesday night.
Are you losing?
Last I checked, no. Let me find out this game's not even on fucking... Let me find out this is a nationally televised game that we're not fucking watching in here. Because that's why... Because that would make sense why the game was at 6.
No, you have the Sabres app?
I have the Sabres app. Let's see if it loads. This is the second loading screen. It's 3-0 Buffalo at the end of the second.
Wow.
Is this game... I wonder if this game's nationally televised. It's not telling me where to watch the game. I'm interested. Let me get the NHL app going. Because if we could watch the game, why the hell are we not watching the game? I could have tuned in at 6 o'clock and just had it going in here, but scores. And then Sabres are on fucking TNT. They're on TV. I didn't have to worry about all the fucking VPN bullshit. I don't know why my uncle didn't tell me when he was in the chat earlier. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to mute the laptop. And we're going to put on the damn Sabres game, even though it's second intermission. I didn't know it was nationally televised. I would have been watching it. So if you guys see us looking up there, that's why. Hey, look at that. Carolina Hurricanes at Buffalo Sabres. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit... In Buffalo, yes. Which means when Carolina inevitably comes back and wins this game and the fans start chanting "Fire Adams," it's going to be on national television again like it was the last time I was there. Mm-hmm. But hey, it's 3-0 Buffalo right now, so, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was my uncle was in the chat earlier, like right when the game was starting, and I was like, why does this team suck so bad, but they're so good? Like, how are they so good, but they suck this bad? Like, they're so terrible.
Something in the water.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, what were you trying to say to me when you heard me say that I'm handsome?
Yeah.
Laura was like, keep the microphone over your face, because I was using that microphone for a second. Just to be like, we might have to go back to traditional fucking microphones. And Laura's like, good, you can cover up your face. I said, I am fucking handsome. Shut the fuck up. You missed this whole thing. I fucking, I was confrontational with Laura earlier. I'm just like, because she was like, oh, you have no audio. I'm like, I fucking can see the goddamn audio. I know we have audio. I can see the levels on the screen. Like, I'm not, like, you do this all the time. You've been doing this all the time for fucking however long you've been following me on these podcasts. You do this all the damn time. I know there's fucking audio. You can't fool me. Plus, I can hear it in my headphones.
Nice. Snowball tried to get in when I was coming in.
Yeah. He'll do that. Yeah. Anyway, so you weren't here. I booked my gallery.
Yeah.
It's booked. It's in April. I will give you the date when we get off the air because I haven't officially announced it yet.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But we got the gallery set. So I was trying to go for May because we have the album release in March. So I didn't want to do it I didn't want to do it too close to the album release.
Yeah.
Because then I got to promote like, all right, we got the album release and I'm also promoting this other thing. I hate having to do that. I hate when I have more than one thing going on.
Yeah.
Which is why I stopped booking shows in the first place, is because like I'm booking shows that I'm not on, but I'm also having to promote the shows that I'm on. So it's like, something's got to take a back seat here.
Yeah.
And so that's why I stopped booking shows for a little while. And now, like, I've got the art gallery coming up, so I was like, I really want to do it in May, and so we booked it for May, and then I got the another message like, hey, I have something else going on that day. Can we do it a different time? When's your album release? I was like, mid-March. So she's like, you want to do April? Like, yeah, let's do April. So it's a couple of weeks after the album release, but it's, that'll give me a couple of weeks where I can just focus on this art gallery and promoting that. So, which I want to go out tomorrow. I want to get some like glow in the dark paint. Because I'm doing like blacklight stuff. Yeah. So if I can get glow in the dark paint, the blacklight will make the glow in the dark paint glow. Okay. So it'll look really cool with the blacklight paints I'm already using. So, and then I got to buy a blacklight because I don't own one. I mean, I do, but I don't. So like my whole method of like trying to see what these paintings look like under blacklight is to turn the studio light blue or purple, like as dark as I can get it, and it doesn't quite work. So I was like, hey, didn't Karina leave a blacklight here? Like, nope, it's a strobe light. I'm like, wouldn't that be some shit? I'm using her blacklight to light a painting of somebody she absolutely hates. That's what I did yesterday. I texted her. I was like, hey, are we doing a punk rock prom? Also, you're going to hate this painting I'm doing today. It was not Rick Astley. I was playing Song Pop earlier on the Alexa in the bathroom in there, and I was like, let's do late 90s pop, and it was like, okay, 80s and 90s pop it is. Let's like here's your first round. And like one of the songs that came up was Never Gonna Give You Up. So I got that immediately. And then there was like but all of the songs I got wrong the second time through, I got right. Every single song that I got wrong, I actually got right. Because it'll do this thing, like, if there's a number in a song title or a band name, it won't register properly. So it was, or if the song title starts with the word the, sometimes it doesn't register right. So, first song in the entire game is Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. I said, Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. It says, nope, sorry, that's wrong. It was Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. I'm like, well, fuck you. Then the next one was, I wasn't sure what the song was. So I named the band. I'm like, it's All for One. And it goes, sorry, it was I Swear by All for One. Are you fucking kidding me? So then later in the game, I'm like, I know this song. This is The Promise. I didn't know the name of the band. I said, The Promise. And it said, sorry, it was The Promise by When in Rome. Are you fucking... That's your third strike. You're done. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, I said The Promise. The name of the song is The Promise. It said, sorry, the answer was The Promise. Make it make sense. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Just, yeah. So I went to Mohawk this past week. I went there Friday.
Yeah.
There were so many fucking people there. That shit was insane how many fucking people were at Mohawk. That place was full. I saw a flyer afterwards said the show was sold out. Which I don't know how true that is, because my other buddy John, came like late into the show and got in with no problem. So I don't know how sold out it actually was. He tried calling me while I was watching On the Cinder. Bad idea. I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to walk away from the stage when my friends are playing to go answer the phone outside. Like, no, so I texted him back. I'm like, dude, you know where I am. Why would you try to call me? And then after they were done, I went outside. I called him. He says, "Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming up on Main Street right now. And I'm gonna be there." Like, all right, cool. So I'm like standing out front waiting for him. Apparently, he just walked right by me and into the bar. So I'm standing outside. He texted me. He says, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm out front with my friends, hanging out." Like, all right, I'll be in a second. Yeah, like fucking everybody was there. And now we got this Friday show, this show next Friday that was just like thrown together. And it's all the homies, man. It's Bastard, Bastard, Bastard. It's Yellow Sauce. Fucking Working Class Stiffs is on it. Broken Locker. Like, it's all the homies, man. It's going to be a good time. So come on out. Come celebrate one of the last times you get to go to like an iconic fucking venue here in Buffalo. Come fucking celebrate, man. Come party. Come say goodbye to that show or to that venue in a proper way, man. Like, hopefully somebody will buy it and fix everything up and we'll be able to have it again. But like a lot of people were talking about, like, you know, oh man, you know, I if I got somebody else on board with me, I could probably buy this place. And then everybody inevitably is like, yeah, but the wiring in this place is not up to code, so you're gonna have to redo the entire thing. And it's like, yeah, it's probably not worth it. So will we ever see Mohawk reopen? Depends if anybody wants to put the money in.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is, man. It's gonna, you know, it's sad to see it go.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing, is like venues are dropping. It's harder to book shows. So that was another reason why in mid-January I'm reaching out about a show that we're trying to do in June. You know, it's like, I don't know. Like, I can imagine with Mohawk closing, a lot of the shows that were going to go to Mohawk are going to go to Nietzsche's, or they're going to go to Tudor, or they're going to go to Good Bar. And, like, so it's going to be hard to book these venues because all these shows that were going to book Mohawk are now going to book these other venues. So, yeah. It's gonna be difficult to book shows. So that's why it's like, all right, if we're talking about doing this in June, let's fucking do this in June and try and book it now so we can have it, and then we'll be like, you know, let's get the bands and we'll get. I think Punk Rock Prom. I think Bastard's got to be on it. I think we got to be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who else goes on that, but I think I'd like different bands than we had last year. Aside from us and Bastard, because Bastard's been on it 3 years. This will be 3 years in a row now. And the only reason we didn't do it was because we weren't available when we did it the first year. Which that would have sucked anyway. I was miserable that day at that first Punk Rock Prom. So I was in a good mood last year, Punk Rock Prom. I was feeling good. I was looking good. Not as good as you.
You look good.
Yeah, not as good as you though. I'm saying I looked good, but you looked better. Like, as soon as I saw you, I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm winning Prom King. Look at this motherfucker. So I'd like to keep a lot of the things that we did for Punk Rock Prom, and a lot of that was like Karina booked, set it all up. So I'd like to do like the photo booth.
Yeah.
Which means having a backdrop and having signage and having all that, and yeah, Punk Rock Prom 2025. We're just talking about we're gonna book you on it. So Maximo's Punk Rock Prom 2025. Yeah, we're booking you on it, bro. It's already like we already said, it's gonna be us and you, and we don't know who else, but it's gonna be a good time, and you guys are gonna have to try and beat John, because I might not be eligible because I might be running the whole damn thing. So I can't see what those emojis are. Those are sad faces? Are they sad faces? Those look like sad faces. Yeah, man, you guys step up your game and try and beat John, because I might be the judge this year. Which means I'm not eligible to win. Moaning emoji. Okay, got it. Yeah. No, man, I'm stoked.
I was just trying to go for prom king. I was gonna get best dressed, but no.
So I think we're gonna stick with what Karina did, which is we're gonna give prom king to somebody attending the show.
Yeah.
But everybody's eligible for best dressed, and so you know that's what you guys are going for, is gonna be best dressed, and we're gonna give king and queen to somebody attending, as opposed to somebody performing, and that makes sense to me. That's how she's done it, and that's how and even when we did like the all WNY homecoming, that's what I mean it was Jen and her then boyfriend, Jen from Stamps, and her then boyfriend who was the sound guy. They won prom king, not prom, but homecoming king and queen. So it was nobody in the bands that won it. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick with like people coming to the show can win king and queen, and everybody's eligible for best dress. So except for me, because I'm running the fucking thing. So Max says he's gonna win. And this is why I'm doing this. This is why I reached out and said, hey, are we doing a punk rock prom? Is because I've got John like, oh yeah, I gotta defend my crown. And I've got Maximo like, I'm gonna win this year. And I know Brandon's gonna be like, I'm gonna win this year too. Like it's gonna be me. Like, so I got people like wanting to do this. This is a big event that we like to put on. I don't know if I think we do just 4 bands maybe.
Yeah.
Or we do a whole ass fucking day and do a bunch of bands. I don't know. I'm gonna reach out to a venue tonight. I'm gonna see what we're gonna talk. We're gonna figure out what the best course of action is. Max says he'll take his trophy with pride. Them's fighting words. Might as well give it to him in advance. Ooh. Oh. See, now this is why it's like, no, we have to do a punk rock prom. Like, I don't care if I got to do the whole damn thing myself. We're doing it. That's the one event. Like, and when we talked about it after last year's punk rock prom, it was like, we're still going to do a punk rock prom, but that might be like, we're probably going to do that in like a Christmas charity show or something, but that's it. And I'm like, well, that's fine with me, because I was trying to get out of fucking booking shows to begin with when I was asked to fucking start an events company. And now I'm like in a position of, okay, it looks like it's just me running this shit. I should ask for July. We're going to do it in June. Because that's when prom would be. And I asked my entire band yesterday, hey, are you guys available in June? And we'll worry about that way we can, if there's any blackout dates, we can work around that. And we're pretty damn free in June, so I think we're gonna do a punk rock prom, and we're gonna be on it, and we're gonna get you guys on it, and we're gonna get some other punk rock bands. I think we got to get like punk like old school punk bands like Rat Ops and shit involved in this shit, which is who I'm trying to get for our fucking for a different upcoming show. And I don't think Steve even read my message yet, so we'll see about that. We gotta go, man.
Yes.
And you gotta go on Saturday night to the Kaz, right up the street from me here at 2221 Seneca Street. I didn't even look at the ticket prices because I don't want to know. But I will look them up. Let's see. So the Kaz this Saturday has 10-cent Howl with shaky stage. 6:30 to 11 p.m. More details at thekazbuffalo.com. The Kaz is a cashless venue as opposed to Mohawk, which is an only cash venue for now, till they close at the end of the month. So, yeah, 10-cent Howl. I want to know. I'm interested. Let's click. Let's see what the prices are, because this has been a pricey venue. This isn't too bad. It's $19 to get in to see these two bands. So if this is up your alley, you're looking for something to do on Saturday night, and there ain't a lot that I've seen. I don't know June what yet. If you have any dates you guys can't do in June, please let me know now. So before I email the venue, I can be like, we want it's going to be a Saturday. We want any Saturday except for this particular Saturday. That's what I'm going to do. So if you have a date you can't do in June, please let me know now. Like shoot me a message. Don't put it in the chat, because I'm just gonna not see it in the chat. And we'll go from there. But that's my plan, is just like, hey, what do you guys got open in June? And we'll see what we can do from there. Anyway, this is 10-cent Howl. This song is called Hard Times Coming. You can catch them at the Kaz this
Saturday night. The Kaz right around the corner from you here on Seneca Street.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. 10 Cent Howl, all WNY, ThinkSoJoE show.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This love will never die. Across the universe, we'll sing another verse, the last, the same as first. And the soul within will grin another grin, shed away its skin, start it all again. But I see hard times coming around the bend. I see hard times coming, but I will stay on this trail until I'm reaching the end. Lord, I'll play my heart out each and every night, beg for a second sight, for knowing what is right. Oh, good Lord, lead me there, oh, walk me side by side. I swallow all my pride, admit when I have lied. Oh, still I see hard times coming around the bend. Yeah, I see hard times coming, but I will stay on this trail until I'm reaching the end. And every day, so I turn the other way. Oh, why I can't say. It just seems easier than knowing what is true, than not knowing what to do. Oh God, not knowing life with you. Oh boy, I see those hard times coming around the bend. Oh, I see hard times coming, but I will stay. I will stay until the end. Until the end. This love will never die. Across the universe, we'll sing another verse, the last, the same as first.